Hello, and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about your first FurryCon. So, you finally have the cash or the availability, or one happened to pop up right next to you, and you want to go. So what do you need to know? What do you need to do? Well, here's all of what you need to do. Make friends, go to panels, buy art, get hugs, take pictures. But I can elaborate on all of these things. Alright, so the first thing I want to emphasize quite heavily, I might add, is please follow the 6-2-1 rule. 6 hours of sleep, 2 meals a day, and at least 1 shower a day. If you're a fursuiter, please try to get at least 2 or 3 showers a day. This helps prevent you from getting sick. That's really what it boils down to. There's a thing called con crud. If you're not new to conventions, it's basically a cold from hell. It has put people in the hospital, it has made me horribly sick, and it happens because there's just lots of people there. And when there's not a lot of clean people there, germs tend to spread, you get the germs. That's how it happens. Your body needs sleep to recuperate, and it needs food to power itself. And I'm not talking like top ramen with peanut butter or bread with peanut butter, I'm talking about legitimate food. Make sure you budget for food. I would say in the States, plan something like $100 a day as a good budget for food. Not all of your food needs to be top notch, but it definitely needs to be sustaining for you. It can't just be empty. Plan out your schedule when you get your schedule. Make sure that your schedule doesn't interfere with your friend's lunch, because you'll regret that. You'll go and you'll realize at the end of your lunch that you missed a panel that you really wanted to be at because you looked at to see what's happening now that I'm full, and realize that that was something that already happened while you were doing lunch. So yeah, that kind of sucked. Now you can't go see that, and the next thing that you want to see is 2-3 hours away when you could have been eating lunch. Alright, artists. There are 3 places to get art from, usually at FurCons. There's an art show, there's an artist alley, usually, and a dealer's den, almost always. Now, the artist's alley, specifically, is kind of a first come first serve, and it's not guaranteed per day. So if you see someone that's there and they have their stuff that you want to get from them and it's there, buy it then, because you might not get a chance to tomorrow. If you're in the dealer's den, I'm going to kind of elaborate on this just a little bit. It's fine to look through an artist's con book. For courtesy reasons, don't look through the whole thing, close it up, waste all of their time, set it down, and say thank you, but I'm not interested. It's rude, it crowds their table, and there was probably at least 3 or 4 people that walked by that showed some interest, but didn't want to approach because she looked like she was busy with you. Be courteous to the artists so that they can make a living. Either buy something or move along. You don't have to necessarily rush yourself per se, but you definitely need to use your time appropriately. So there's an artist in the dealer's den that you really, really want. You knew that you were going to be able to see them at the dealer's den. Don't wait till the second day to go get them. Be one of the first people to line up and go snag your commission there. If they're fast enough, if they're good, they will come back with a finished piece by Sunday, and you'll be able to have paid them up front and walked away with a piece by Sunday. That's the power and magic of being at a convention. If you wait till Saturday, you risk not getting that, and then it has to get mailed to you. And if you wait till Sunday, you're not getting it, just straight up. They won't have time to finish it. They'll feel stressed out if you really, really want that. So my advice to you is to be there on the Friday of to get that commission and make sure that you've got it. The third thing is the art auction or the art show. It's a silent auction. You find something that you might like and you put a bid on it. Not everything's for sale in the art auction, but and some artists will put prints that they brought with them there as well. I would encourage you, if you see something that you like, you have the entire event to bid on that. That will be there for 3 days, and you can see what everyone else is going to be paying for it. If you see something you like from a specific artist, go find them in the dealer's den, if they're in the dealer's den, and see if that print is for sale. Artists, I'd encourage you not to put prints in the art auction. Put originals or high quality prints. I'm talking about the kind of thing I'm talking about is the cheap printed on printer paper prints. Don't do that. High quality in the art auction is what it should happen. I mean, and then your standard commissioned type prints in the dealer's den. As someone who's worked the art auction many times and has been in staff for conventions, I've seen this happen many times, and to me it doesn't make any sense. Because, I mean, alright, and the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is meeting new people. My advice is for you to really extend out of your comfort zone as much as you can. Try to meet new people and talk to new people. Try and find people in your age group. Maybe some people who are from your area. If you're from the state that the con is in, likely there's lots of people there. If you're flying to it, then swap contact information. I would advise you to make some cards up that have your contact information that you can also write on to let them know where your room is and where you can be found on social media or online. The next thing to do is to make sure you have a camera, because there's lots of photo ops and you can take lots of photos with fursuits. Fursuiters love to have their photos taken. I would ask before you hug a fursuit. Tap on their shoulder. If you're behind them, tap on their shoulder. Don't just glomp them, because they can't see you. And most of them will be okay. If they don't see you immediately, like if you wave, they may not see you, because some of their vision is really narrow. So you want to make sure that you appropriately approach them, and that's simply done by tapping them on their shoulder if you're coming from behind, or getting right in front of them to wave at them and say, hey, can I take a photo? Ask people who made their badge. Ask people who made their fursuit. If you don't know who made their fursuit, if you do, like comment their fursuit. Ask them how it's like to wear a fursuit. Ask them if you can take their picture. If they're a fursuiter, they're gonna probably say yes, unless they're going somewhere really quickly or doing something crazy. Make sure to go to the dances. There will be a lot of people that will be really hyped to go, but the midnight dance is always the best. They always put the best person, usually the largest crowd, that the crowd has been amped up about that time. So it's the perfect time to go to the dance. Wear something lightweight, make sure you hydrate a lot, hang out with people. If you've met some friends, that's cool. If you haven't, you'll make some friends, I'm sure. And all around everything is just, if you see drama, which happens a lot in the furry fandom, avoid it at all costs. It's easier said than done, but again, like I said before, the staff are there to help you. They're here for the fandom. So if you have any problems, contact the staff for anything. They'd be glad to help you. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys with this one question. What FurryCon would you like to be your first FurryCon, and why? Leave it in the comment section below. I know I've asked questions about like, what's your closest FurryCon, but what's the one you want to go to the most, and why? Leave it in the comment section below. And then remember to like and subscribe, share on social media. You can find me on social media. Make sure to follow me on Twitter @BlazeCollie, and that's where you can get the most up-to-date information about me and what I'm doing. And I'm trying to try and make these more regular than the average video. So anyway, have a good one, guys. Catch you later.